Welcome back to another episode of Raul's World of Synths. I am Raul. Today we're going to be going a little bit further and sort of concluding our series on the Doepfer A199 Spring Reverb module up here. We've heard a couple of examples so far. This time around I thought we would hear one final example and then go into a demonstration of external feedback. So let me pan down a little bit and kind of explain what's going on with this third sound that we're going to be hearing. I have over here on the left, it's a little bit off camera so you can't see it, but my sequencer, let me see if I can actually turn it a little bit. Yeah, there it is. So right there, those yellow cables right there, right here, are feeding out pitches going there, and then those pitches are being sent to the lower section of the quantizer, right there, and then from there they're going up, 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 over into this middle section. Whoops, sorry about that. This is a work in progress here, folks. Right there, at that A110 right there in the center. So if I pan in a little bit, you can see it a little bit better. Okay, and then that A110 VCO is going out and going down into a VCA down at the bottom, all the way down there. So it's just two waveforms. I think it's a saw and a triangle going down into the bottom here, into this VCA, so you can see it. And then that VCA is actually going out to a different place and getting processed in a diode filter. Now, that's a little bit farther than I can go there, but suffice it to say that it comes back in a cable that goes over to our mixer that we were dealing with before, and then comes in right at input number 3. So right there. And then that is what we're going to be feeding to our Spring Reverb. So here we go. Patching in. So I'm at about 50% original and 50% reverberated. I'll bring up the emphasis a little bit. Might hear it a little bit better. Let's hear what the original sounds like. So you hear it definitely has a different tone than, it's kind of a little bit lower than what we've heard before. So I'll let you just get that in your ears. So there you go. So now let's go ahead and do a little bit of processing with it. So let's go 50%. And these kind of nice little decays are adding this nice effect, I think, that makes it sound almost a little bit more sort of string-based, kind of like violin or cello or something like that. Our level's all the way up. And let me actually go down to my mixer here and actually bring the level up too. Maybe that'll give us a little bit more signal. That's a little bit better. Sounds like it's distorting a little bit. Bring that down a little. Let me try to change the octave on my A110. Let's adjust the emphasis a little bit. Hear it really dark. Let's try bringing up feedback. Start there. Remember, we start to hear sort of drones first before it goes into self-oscillation. Let's bring the emphasis up right there. to original. And let's go to full oscillation. That should sound pretty similar if you're with us to what we heard in the last ones. So let me bring the feedback all the way down so that can sort of die out. All right. So now let's go ahead into our demonstration of external feedback and hear what that sounds like. So I have a couple of modules set up that I want to use with this, and the first one I want to use is actually going to be, let's see, this guy right over here. I think I can get it. Yeah, there we go. It's going to be the voltage controlled wave multiplier. So we're just going to take that, again, reverb out to use this, over to our wave multiplier input. And then from our wave multiplier output, we just go right back in to the external feedback in. But this time, we're going to go back to the original sound that we dealt with. So it should sound a little bit familiar if you're with us in the very first audio demonstration. Again, let me just pan down real quick. It's the one that involves the A135 right here, and then the A111, which is right next to it. Just wanted to show you that real quick in case you weren't with us in that video. All right, so now this cable is going to take that sound in. So let's get it in there. So it sounds like at 50%. So none of the wave multiplied signal is being processed yet. So let's get that going actually. So we just bring this up. This is our attenuator. And now over at our A137 wave multiplier, I can kind of adjust what's being fed back in by moving any of these dials. And I can do this in real time if I want to, or I can set it at one place. So it just kind of allows me to have finer control over the feedback. And of course you can CV control this too, which opens up a few more doors for you. Okay, so I think you get the idea about how that works. So now let's take a different external feedback source in. We'll take the output from our A106 filter over here. And then I'm just going to take this cable out from the wave multiplier. And this time, instead of going out, we're going to go out to that wave multiplier. We're going to go out into our A106. So here we go. We're going to do the high pass in first. And bring the feedback up. Adjusting frequency. Make sure my cables are all the way in. I'm hearing quite a bit of signal there. This one's probably bringing some of the resonance over from the A106 there. So that's what you're hearing there. Okay, so that's the high pass. Now let me unpatch that and go into low pass. So you can kind of hear that. And so there you are. Way more possibilities when you bring it into a second module, such as this one, or the wave multiplier that we saw before, because then that external module may have patch points where you can voltage control the parameters on that, and then your feedback over here will constantly be changing. So pretty cool idea, pretty cool layout, very simple, easy to understand once you've done it a few times. at any rate, that's going to conclude the series. I hope that you found this entire series as a whole useful. I know I've seen a lot of like audio demos, but never a video demo of the A199, so that was my kind of motivation to get this done. Not sure what we're going to be doing next in the next video series, but hopefully whatever it is, it'll be very, very interesting and you'll enjoy it a lot. So if you have any questions about what you saw here as far as like any of these patches and such and how all this stuff works, just check out my YouTube channel. I have video tutorials on a slew of these modules, the oscillators, the VCAs, the gates, the envelopes, the quantizers, the sequencers, so the envelopes. So those should help out. I know I kind of just jumped through a lot of stuff here, but it was kind of just to keep us on track to understanding and hearing how the Spring Reverb behaves. So again, thank you for watching, and keep on patching out there.